All right, DJ Akademiks, how you gonna glaze up Drake on this video? Let's see how he glaze up Drake on this video. Let's see.
If I don't say nothing, they act like it don't exist. I do want to point this out today. So they pulled the rappers currently receiving the most daily streams on Spotify. And this was from 2 days ago. I just want to show you this list. Drake almost getting 50 million streams a day on Spotify. Kendrick's at 31, Travis 25, Future 23, Kanye also 23, Eminem 21, whatever, is rounding up. Playboy Cardi 19, Tyler the Creator, Lil Wayne, Lil Baby, Juice WRLD, 21 Savage, and Oz.
This is all old stuff. Drake current stuff is not even. What are you talking about? Drake has more songs than Kendrick. Of course he's gonna have more streams, stupid. Like, I'm not understanding this conversation right here. But once again, he just got his hands on his knees, shaking his ass for Drake, shaking his ass for OVO hoes. All right. This conversation is already stupid because Drake has 10 times as more songs than Kendrick. And all of all of the streams that are coming from Drake are his old music and his old songs, not the new ones. We see what happened to his new song that with a new album that he released with what's his name? Party Next Door. Flop, 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 flop.
Got to skip down the list. Shout out to Nicki. I see you on the list too. But I got to just say, my man XXXTENTACION is still on the list. I only really bring this up because they scream at your failures, but they're quiet when you succeed. You know, it was about a year ago. May 4th was when, I believe, Not Like Us dropped, around that time. And everybody said the rap game is never going to be the same. Kendrick has officially taken over. And by the way, I gave it to him too. I think the last year was his year. But it wasn't only about saying Kendrick had a great year. It was also saying that it was a changing of the guards and that Drake was done. You're not going to hear many people say this today. And again, they scream your failures and they whisper your accomplishments. Let me say it again. They scream your failures and they whisper your accomplishments.
Bro, get off your knees, man. Goodness. He would do anything to try to make Drake look good. Bro, just give it up, man. Drake is gone. He's done. He's washed. He's finished, man. All those streams are from his old previous stuff. We talking about 2025. If you want to give Drake his kudos for his past work, cool. We talking about 2025, bro. Give it up, man.
A year later, the lead that Drake has over the number 2 person is more than anybody on this list. He's leading number 2 by 17 million streams. At the bottom of this list is X with 10 million streams. Let's see who has 17. We would have to go to Playboy Cardi. So his lead of number 2 is greater than Tyler the Creator whole career. Or not career, but current output. They shout your failures, but they whisper your accomplishments.
Bro, get off your knees. Wipe your mouth. Drake has 20 times as more songs than any of these people. Drake has been a slave to the industry since he first came out, bro. Drake hasn't taken a break yet. So of course he's going to have more streams because he has more songs.
They shout your failures. They whisper your accomplishments. Chat, you know they do that. They did that to me. Twitch banned him. He's over. When I had 35,000 people watching me for the Diddy shit, not nobody said, oh, this is the big. By the way, we got more than Law and Crime, CNN, everybody. We're the biggest channel covering this entire Diddy trial. Not one of them said, damn, we thought we got him, but he's still. No. They scream your failures. They whisper your accomplishments.
We thought we got him. You put yourself in that situation with you saying some inappropriate things to a 15-year-old. You got yourself in that predicament. Nobody put you in that. So I'm going to need you to take accountability. See, here you go again. Always trying to be a victim. You know that you put yourself in that situation. You was on Discord with that 15-year-old. Y'all was having an inappropriate conversation. Do you know that's what you did? That wasn't nobody else's fault. You did that. Fucking goof.
A year later, The difference between number 1 and number 2. I'm starting to warm up to that idea. Fuck the big 3. It's only big me.
Lord have mercy.
The difference between number 1 and number 2 is greater than number 2 and number 3. Number 3 and number 4. That's the biggest gap. Currently, nobody want to talk about it. They don't want to talk about it. Why we going to talk about it? It don't fit into the narrative. The gap between number 1 and number 2, 17 million. Let's think about the gap between 2 and 3. 6 million. Gap between 3 and 4. 3 million. Gap between 4 and 5. It's equal. Gap between 5 and 6. 2 million. The biggest gap is between 1 and 2. 17 million. Nobody want to talk about it. They scream your failures. They whisper your accomplishments.
Bro, this is his old shit. And once again, Drake has 20 times more songs, 10 times more albums than Kendrick. Drake has been a slave. Drake is the white boy slave to the industry. What are you talking about? So this proves nothing. This really doesn't prove nothing.
Chat. It's okay. This ain't even a Drake segment. I just want to point it out. You see, like a while ago, they couldn't stop telling us about how much numbers mattered. They couldn't stop telling us, oh yeah, numbers this, numbers that. Nobody's talking numbers now. Nobody.
The only reason why people was talking numbers because you're the numbers person. So because you was the one always talking about numbers. So when Kendrick got his numbers up, yeah, they throw it in your face. Yeah, of course, duh.
Nobody. Oh, let's not worry about the numbers no more. You got it. Chat, we got a late night stream going on tonight. Sorry to my people from the King Akademiks channel. Y'all gotta go to the Academy tonight. Rock out with us. You know, of course, Kick is kicking. Of course, we're popping on Rumble. But we're keeping it light. We're not doing too much. Again, tonight I had to make sure I got on. These are the nights I usually say, let's skip it. But I fuck up the streak. So please, give me a little grace. I wanted to make sure our streak continues. Today is day 6. If we're gonna get to day 30, some of those days going to be a late stream, maybe not long stream, but let's keep the streak going. It's all about consistency. We're here to entertain y'all. 12 visuals. Thank you for 5. It says Drake's the biggest artist in the world, bro. Let this shit go. It's been a year since the damn battle. Not a go. Drake a go. It was just a rap battle. Trell, you're very smart, but you also have revisionist You have this revisionist history, my brother. It was never about celebrating both artists. Dot is great. And, Drake is great. I agree. It was saying that one artist killed the other artist. You know, the K-Bots and them were comparing Drake to Ja Rule, right? Oh, y'all don't talk about them, right? What I don't like is that the narrative changes whenever y'all want to. It wasn't that supposedly Kendrick won the battle. It was about Kendrick killed Drake.
He did.
A cultural shift.
He did, bro. This is his old stuff. You happy that his old streams is still being downloaded? The Drake of today ain't the same of Drake of yesterday. That man is washed.
That's what the culture feeling. That's what was the predominant talking points on a lot of these platforms. Don't come back around now saying, oh no, they're both great. No. Y'all said he got killed. So I want to talk about the numbers. Oh, nobody want to talk about it no more. Wait, y'all didn't hear them trying to say, oh, Drake will never be the same?
He's not.
Oh, okay, all right. It's okay.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm pretty sure Drake is used to this.
Drake, has he been on number 1? No. Kendrick and SZA has been dominating the charts since. He hasn't been the same since the battle. You could try to sugarcoat that all you want to, but the facts are the facts. He hasn't been the same since the battle.
Because I'm used to this. Put it like this. I've been beating these media niggas ass, belt to ass, in numbers all day. For 10 years. Remember when they tried to cancel me? And I ain't gonna lie, YouTube shadow banned me for like 2 months or a month and a half. I think it was because of the dislikes. I don't think it was like, oh, shadow ban. People started disliking. That was the first time I ever seen niggas start talking about numbers with me. Yo, Ak, what's up with the numbers, gang? I'm like, are you serious? I've been beating niggas ass for 15 years. Y'all never wanted to talk about numbers. Y'all kept saying, man, fuck them numbers, man. You got kids, man. Let's talk about who really matters. I'm like, so y'all don't want to talk numbers. Never want to talk numbers. The moment they thought they had me numbers, let's talk numbers. Yo, them numbers looking suspect. Chat, I'm back applying belt to ass with numbers. Nobody want to talk numbers no more. You can't win with certain niggas,
I never talk.
They wait till they feel like you not popping, and now they want to talk numbers. Then later we're like, all right, we still want to talk numbers? No, numbers talk is done. We good.
Heck, of course you're popping. That's why we're talking about you. Listen, I would never deny the truth. Bro, if he wasn't popping, I wouldn't be talking about you. Of course. Duh. I mean, of course.
You can't win, chat. This ain't even a Drake thing. I seen niggas saying, yo, Akis, whatever. I'm like, yo, chat, this 30 for 30 shit, I took it personal. Nigga, ain't none of these pussy ass other YouTubers and nobody else. Nigga, I've been running this shit. Nigga, I'm running this shit till I'm 70. Nigga, before I die, they might be like, yo, all right, they bring me to the coroner's office. They be like, yo, all right, let's revive him for one more YouTube video to keep the streak going. I've been applying belt to ass. Nobody ever wanted to talk about my numbers. Ever. ever. Until they heard I was canceled. They're like, well, look at his numbers now. He's not doing so good. What? I seen Joe Budden post his numbers for YouTube. Now, granted, Joe Budden's all over the place. It's not a shot at Joe. We ain't even want to post our numbers for YouTube. Nigga, they clipped Joe easy. What the fuck? On one channel, I got 4. Huh? But nobody wanted to talk numbers. Until they thought they had me in February. I know they're a little bait and switch. If they can't beat you in numbers, they come up with something else. So, like, the thing with Drake now is like, well, he don't got the culture. Well, I thought you said he ain't had the numbers. Remember y'all said Kendrick was beating him in his own game? Y'all want to talk about that anymore? Oh, okay. All right, fine. It's okay. Moving the goalposts, I'm used to that. It's okay. Right?
You're the one moving this goalpost with this inflated, stupid-ass post. This post means nothing.
We'll talk numbers when we think your numbers is down. When your numbers is up, we don't talk numbers anymore. Let's talk about culture. Okay, cool. The point that I try to say and make is this. And even if Kendrick fans are in here, and by the way, some Kendrick fans love me. So this is not a Kendrick versus Drake thing. Let me give a good advice to all you people who are watching. You don't become the king by hating on the king. You become the king by being better than the king. Let me say that one more time. I know we're in rap, so we think about rap battles and whatever. You don't become the king by hating on the king. You become the king by being better than the king. And what we realize a year later, despite you could say anybody won, you could say hit a J3 won about. I don't give a fuck what you said. I looked at this chart today and I looked at it a year ago. I compared them. The only thing we can say is that Kendrick's a little bit closer to Drake than he was last year. But what was very obvious is that the king stays the king. If your strategy of winning is hating on the nigga that already won, that's not much of a strategy at all. I told y'all. Elliot Wilson, please stop tweeting or saying that dumb shit about dot era. What era are you talking about? Y'all are basking in an era talking about he beat Drake. How we in a dot era, but he's getting his ass whipped on every metric, every platform. If your strategy of winning is hoping the other man lost, you don't got a strategy at all. Okay? We're back to regular business. Drake's at the top. Who cares? It's never news when he's at the top. Yo, niggas was doing ESPN type shit in hip hop when Kendrick was running up numbers. Kendrick's the first artist that did the most streams in the first day on Spotify Global with niggas on iOS devices, not even Android. Like they had all type of stat. It was some ESPN shit. Now Drake is taking the shit back over. They're like, why are we still talking about stats? Can we just talk about the GNX tour? Okay. Moving the goalposts. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. This was more than me saying about Kendrick and Drake. It's about when people don't want to give you credit. It doesn't matter who you are. They use whatever metrics that suits them. Let's keep it going.
That's exactly what you're doing. You using this metric to suit your propaganda and to suit your narrative. Because you want to push Drake and you want to keep Kendrick down. But the truth of the matter is, of course this is going to look like this. Drake has more songs. Drake has more albums than Kendrick. So of course his number's going to be better. Like this chart is so stupid. This chart is so stupid. But of course DJ Akademiks is going to get on his knees and grizzle up and squeeze the cum out of BBL Drizzy. Failed attempt. Womp womp. All right, man. Y'all leave a comment down below. How do y'all feel about this, man? Do y'all think that this list means anything or not? All right, y'all leave a comment down below.